Hey TPK, welcome to the Showdown show. I have with me today Altios and Zoopa.
Hey.
Hello. We're getting better.
Alright, so this week I looked at the map engine stuff that I have on my plate. And I said, I don't want to do this. And I didn't do this. So instead, I went through my back catalog of issues. There's about 100 or so issues in TPK. And I said, I'm going to do as many of these as I can until the break is finished. So that's basically what I did this week. And I pushed them all in one huge go. For what it's worth, like, there wasn't that many big issues from it. There was one little thing where people were just randomly getting trainer level 15 out of nowhere, but I fixed that.
Oh.
Did you guys miss that?
Oh, I did not know about that.
Yeah.
Did you see it, Satch?
I did not.
So what it was doing was it was giving your trainer experience a decimal point, and it was using the length of the string trainer experience to determine your trainer level. So it thought you were trainer level 15.
Right.
Good lord.
Yeah, that was a dumb one. I want to go through the highlights of what I did. So the grand total is 30 minor bug fixes and over 20 minor secret dungeon changes. Some of these issues were like problems for over a year now. So like, and I've just been kind of like putting it off because they're so easy, but I just decided, you know what, I'm just going to knock as many of these out as possible.
Right.
So in terms of the secret dungeon changes, primarily I was focused on making the whole experience of secret dungeon up to par with what TPK is like customarily done, because secret dungeon is a very old feature at this point compared to like the new maps from a few years ago and new battles, and updated the layout. I removed some stuff that didn't need to be there. I fixed up the movement. I added timers for raid and story mode so that you can see what your completion time is. That's been a requested feature many times. People really want to see what their times are, so I'm glad that that's in there finally.
Agreed.
It is quite nice.
So I wanted to ask, has anybody given new secret dungeon a try, and like what's their record so far?
I only did a few raids, but... Give me 1 second. I didn't even record my time. Nice feature.
I only did a couple. I'm pretty happy with my 2-minute 7, 2-minute 6, but obviously it'd be nicer to lower it, but my internet's kind of not allowing me to do that.
It's definitely ping dependent. So,
Yeah.
like, I think you're just not going to have a shot, unfortunately.
Also, avoiding trainers would be very lucky for me, because that's where a lot of time gets cut for me.
That's the luck
I imagine.
aspect of secret dungeon, you know, like there's
Yeah.
nothing you can do about that. I think maybe we can talk about some of the inner workings of secret dungeon I have a segment later for secret dungeon strategy, so we'll put this to the side for now, and I'll talk about the last few highlights. A feature very much requested by Zoopa over here is that boards use your actual username, not your global name.
Yes.
So you want to tell
very
us
much.
what was your problem?
So at the time that there was the addition of the blue server, and the server that everyone played on was named to green, and was kind of antiquated. It kept everybody's names from that time as their global name, and at the time I had left my name as just a barcode name. So whenever I made like a forum post or did anything on the forums, it was just a bunch of lowercase L's for my name. I was really tired of seeing it for the last few years.
Yeah, so that's been fixed by now. And also for people wondering, like, the boards, I made them so that they were shared between green and blue server, even though it kind of doesn't matter by now. But, you know, it is what it is. I'm not changing it. So I also did a log of past spirits in the Soulless Machine. Maybe we can go to that now. So this was also requested by people at various times of the past, because we, as you know, we have the Soulless one. So now you can see what spirits have been released to know for a fact that they're there in the game. And the other thing is our trainer level 13 rewards. For the longest time, this stuff like had to be manually done by me or Satch. And
Right.
by now, like that, people have been hitting trainer level 13 so much that it was becoming unsustainable. So now it's all in the database.
It is quite nice, I will have to say.
Have you gotten to use it yet? The new custom sprite feature?
No, not yet.
It should work. I think I updated your permissions.
I'll check that out in the near future.
And, you know, what I didn't do was emotes. I don't know what I'm going to do about emotes. Because I don't really want to make a whole database about it that's going to get loaded every page load. And
Right.
I need to keep thinking about it.
I mean, it's just a one-line thing for now to do manually.
Oh, it's fine. All right, well, that's about that. Is there anything else like you guys have noticed changed?
Oh, we got rid of profile comments.
Yeah.
I think I noticed that instantly. I knew, like, I forgot what it was, but I knew that the navigation had four links, and I noticed that there was one missing.
Yeah, you were mentioning that to me the other day. You're like, man, I don't remember the bar being this small. Like, yeah, we got rid of profile comments, remember?
They were so useful.
I was a little sad to delete Fellwinter's profile comment signature in green, because when I went in the database, I immediately saw them because they're huge.
Yeah.
I was like, goodbye. I don't care. Did you just get a 1 minute time?
Yeah, the 105.
Oh my god.
So we have Zoopa on today because he was recently promoted to mod. So thank you for your service volunteering on TPK.
No problem.
It's kind of a thankless job, you know, like you don't get any money for being mod, you don't get any Pokemon, you know, but
What?
it shh.
Sorry, I'm stepping down.
It's been real, I retire.
Checks logs. No, but yeah, we're definitely thankful for him wanting to help with the game. What prompted you to want to like up your involvement in TPK?
I was capable of handling the chat, and I knew that I had the time to invest in helping the game more, so I was willing to give it.
The first thing you did as mod was push me over the edge in finally doing the rules update. I wanted to hear, I know we talked about it last week, but I wanted to hear like your thoughts on how well we did with the rules.
I think it's great that you also pointed this out, that the rules are so short and plain at face value that there's not a lot of gray area to argue. And I'm very appreciative that we finally got Rule 4 personal information changed.
Yeah, I've used that one a few times.
Obviously, I don't hope to have to enforce anything. I hope just everything goes well without needing to do anything. But I'm glad that that's there. Should we need to take care of something that shouldn't be there.
Yeah, and also people have been asking about storage accounts now, and I've been able to say yes or no based off of the rules we've set, which is really awesome to me. It's like the mental burden is off. Like, I expected that to work, and it did work.
I was thinking about that the other day. Like, if someone comes with a 101 by 101 avatar, what happens then?
Well, the thing about the avatar is that if somebody has a 101 by 101 avatar, the box won't fit. Some pages will break. Like,
Okay, gotcha.
in TPK, I expect player avatars to be less than 100. So that's why that rule's there.
Right.
I don't automatically resize the image, which I could do, but I've never done it.
I mean, if they can't read, then they don't get it. That's my take.
Yeah. And then they wait 7 days.
So, like, what we've been doing is, like, if it's the first time, they get, like, you know, message them and let them know that, like, you know, you screwed it up, read it again and do it. But there have been some interesting ones, like, he put in, like, I'm not even joking, like a 3,000 pixel tall Iron Man picture to the point I had to scroll to see the whole thing. And so I reset his thing, and then not 5 minutes later, he came back with a picture of Tobey Maguire from the Spider-Man movie, but he had used an eraser tool to erase the whole background, and he like cut off pieces of his ear and his head and stuff. And it was just a picture of him like beside a bunch of like paper boxes. It was the dumbest picture I've ever seen.
Do you Do you think it was like paint? I don't know. How would he even have done that?
Yikes.
Holy.
What an unfortunate collection. Oh my.
So anything else exciting in the mod world of TPK? How you like the admin panel? Mod panel, I mean.
There's a lot more options than I had expected.
Certainly compared to if you had been a mod in the past.
Yeah, I got a few toys.
Yeah. Some of these like staff panel pages are so old, but other ones are like really high tech. It's kind of funny, you know, like when it really depends on how much I was enjoying coding at that moment in time when I made the page. How good the page is. I try to spend like 10% of my coding time on staff panel stuff. Like if all I did was make staff panel tools, then like the game would not be any fun. But like it's good to invest some time into it because it allows people that aren't me to help manage the game, which is awesome. I love every second of that.
Keeps a little bit more attentiveness towards bigger ideas and bigger things around the site for you.
And I think it also helps other people feel like they're more a part of the game. You know, because if you guys are gonna constantly come to me and say, hey, this is a problem, and you're not empowered to solve it, you're not gonna care very much. You know, like, that's just the fact of it. So this allows you to address problems on your own.
Yeah, that was always a nice thing that I've had to say about being staff around here, is that anytime like something just doesn't feel like it's within my power, but it should be, it's always just immediately added.
Mm-hmm. You never really know what happens in the inner workings of other Pokemon RPGs, but like I feel like that's not a thing in other places, you know?
Right.
Mm-hmm. Oh dear. I don't know what I'm doing.
Nope, their raid mode is officially broken.
Yep.
Sad days. Alright, that's what transitioned into the Secret Dungeon talk. So, what's everybody's raid mode best? No, okay, for real though, how many raids did you actually do to get that? Like, what was that, like 20?
Yeah, I reset quite a few times.
Oh, so you were like going for it.
Yeah, I wanted to get a sub 1 minute.
Well, it seems like it's not as hard as I would think then.
Bit RNG.
And then you just, once you get to the chest room, you just run to the front and you don't open anything.
Correct.
Mm.
In the few story modes I've done, because I'm predominantly doing story mode, since the update, I got a 4-minute, 10-second or something. But like based off of doing 9 floors in 52 seconds, I'm pretty sure you could do story mode in sub 2.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I'm gonna go try that now while we're doing this.
So for my secret dungeon strategy discussion idea, I want to show off my data I've been collecting about story mode versus raid mode. I know like pretty much everybody kind of knows this, but I think it's interesting to really see the numbers with the data I've collected. So let's go over to the spreadsheet. You can see total runs, where I bothered to track the number of coins I had. Not like the highest in the world, but it's not like 5. So we'll just say that, you know, like 40 for story mode and 20 for raid mode. And my average coins per run was 132 for story mode, and this does include the 50 coins at the end, by the way. Same for raid mode, and includes the final coins. So the average coins per run for raid mode was 83. And the more important number is average coins per floor. And actually, I want to do this again now that we have times and track times as well, but this is all I have for now, since this was before the times. But I got an average of 6.6 coins per floor for story mode and 9.2 coins for raid mode. So this implies that per floor of raid mode, you're getting more coins, and it's kind of like a measure of the time invested. And I still never did infinity mode because I couldn't figure out how to test it really. But scroll down and see some data. Oop. That was like 2 captchas for that one. So what I did notice is that captchas made a pretty big impact.
Oh yeah.
So
I've got a couple nice ones.
Yeah, like if I get 100 coin captcha, that's like double what I would have gotten in that raid mode.
Yeah.
That's a whole raid mode in some instances.
Yeah. Obviously, the captchas in Secret Dungeon while they give good numbers, they're not really as impactful as something like the Battle Tower ones, because you're not actively battling and farming for captchas.
Right.
It's not something that you can effectively do, I don't think. I haven't really tried, but who knows, maybe that's another method to do.
I mean, after taking my numbers, it's like 5 to 10% buff in LOL coins. Like, it's significant. So, I don't know, I'm glad we nerfed it from what it originally was. You remember that? Like, that was insane.
You can get up to like 300 something coins from a captcha.
Yeah. Oh, goodness.
So it's definitely not that, but also like I kind of am thinking about nerfing it. But for now it's okay. Okay, the other thing I want to talk about is the space bar in Secret Dungeon. I feel like people don't know about the space bar. So what do you guys know the space bar to be?
Interact or use it to step past someone back when Harrison couldn't be stepped through.
Right.
Yep. We're in the Secret Dungeon. If you hit the circle or you hit space, you activate what I call in the code the modified move. Or the special move. It has two names because I can't type variables correctly. And this, on your next step, will allow you to interact with objects quickly or step onto tiles. So here I'm in a door, and normally you move past the door, but when I have the modified move on, you can walk directly onto it. So this might be useful in an instance where you have a crossroad, and you can't make it past the crossroad, and you need to get to the other room, so you can step onto the door and then move right instead. So the other thing is, on a stair, you know this go downward button? If you were to walk up next to it, press space, and then move down, you automatically move to the next floor. So,
dang.
What's up?
I got a decent run, but it was 238 for story.
Dang.
I'll cut it down eventually.
Let's see if I can get another thing. Here's a chest. So, same with chest. You can interact with it and immediately open it. Oh, you can see now, in my situation here, I have that door thing. So if I want to move left right now, I can go space and then move left. And now I've seen this section of the dungeon. So yeah, that's about it. I just wanted to let everybody know about this because it's super, super useful if you're going for just like being efficient at getting LOL coins. It's just like boom, 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 boom. You just move things fast. Alright. Any other tips in Secret Dungeon you guys want to share?
Don't use Mega Rayquaza. It's garbage now.
Yeah, meta changed. That's old news.
Don't go down long hallways. Keep in mind the size of the dungeon, so you don't just run into an empty hallway and get trainers, unless that's what you're looking for.
Yeah. So that's another thing to note. The rooms don't have trainers, but the hallways do. So if you're ever in a situation where you don't really know where to go next, it's best to go in a pathway that's a small pathway versus a larger pathway, because there's more chances to get to trainers in the longer pathways. So the stupid idea this week is CAPTCHA command, ! CAPTCHA. So the idea is that when somebody types this command, everybody in Chatterpie gets a CAPTCHA, and they have to type it in. So a la CAPTCHA minigame. So this guy. They won't be able to chat until they enter the CAPTCHA. And I'm thinking I could have a few uses of this idea. I know for a long time I've wanted to do a raffle system where Scyther can automatically do contests. And also, I wanted a way for people to a way for me to do quick money giveaways. Oh, there's the 159 story mode. Hell yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So if somebody fails to enter the CAPTCHA, within like 10 minutes it'll just disappear. So like it's not going to lock you out forever. But I think this could be a creative way to do the contest idea. Because like just doing a ! Raffle command is kind of, I mean, everybody has that. Like it's a Discord bot, it's like everything, but TPK has a lot of CAPTCHAs in it, and I feel like it would be a TPK thing to do. I don't know. Maybe
Right.
I'm delusional and I think people notice that stuff, but I like my captchas, as you can tell.
Yeah, they've expanded. That's for sure.
And I've got my here's my mock-up image.
So this is a large nerf to people who have more than one tab open at a time.
I didn't think about that one. I guess so. I should be able to work around that. Like, there is, like, the kicking thing, right? So, like, I know you get pissed off when I kick you all the time. For fun, anyway.
Yeah.
I only kick you to abide by the rules. Oh no, that's a power abuse right there.
Wait, is it Spirit Day?
That reset hasn't happened
Oh, Gear Lord. That's the end of chat for me. Dude, that might just be the end of the show. How am I supposed to recover from that?
yet. It's okay, you'll be back.
Alright, but real talk. Who wants the raffle captcha idea? Come on. Give it to me. It's better than that raffle.
I think it could be cool for like a really short giveaway, but like outside of that, I don't really know how much it would be used.
Well, it would promote people giving away more, because you, as a moderator, it doesn't take any effort on my part to do a random giveaway.
Right.
So I could give away $1,000 every day.
Hopefully there would be a requirement to actually do that, because I imagine we had people just pop that frequently in the chat to be annoying.
Yeah, I was gonna say it would make more sense to make it a staff-only thing, and then if players want to hold their own contest, just contact the staff to set it up.
Yeah, it could work like that. I was thinking that there would be like an hour-long delay before another person can use it again, but also like, if it's going to happen every hour still, just like by somebody wanting to annoy everybody else, that's pretty bad as well. And I could see new players like going to ! Cite their list and just typing in all the commands, and they don't know what it does.
And then no one can hold a raffle for an hour.
Yeah, so I think it might be better if it's staff only.
Mm-hmm.
We do have staff only commands like banning, as the left hand of my screen shows. But yeah, I might consider it, but it's really back burner. Like, I just spent a bunch, I did the bug fix marathon, so I want to get back to Map Engine for this next week. Yeah.
Wait a minute, we have another hour until reset. TPK time didn't shift with daylight savings.
Oh man,
What? Wait, it's right for me.
mine says 11:01 p.m.
Oh, no, yeah, you're right. I refreshed and it's 12:01 now. My online list hadn't been refreshed since daylight savings rolled over.
Wait, the TPK, the JavaScript thing isn't right. That updates it live?
Well, what's interesting is I've had this page open.
Yeah.
Oh no, it refreshes. Yeah, it refreshes after
When you
he's
refresh, and then it fixes.
Yeah.
That's weird.
I mean, I'm looking at the code right now. This live updating TPK time is more trouble than it's worth. Should I just get rid of it?
It's tripped me out a few times because I'll see something in the corner change, and it's the first it's the month, the 0 in front of the month. If it's not October to December, there's a 0 there that just disappears shortly.
It just does some really weird things.
Oh no, yeah, daily gift just happened. We're good. Look at that.
Okay. You are about to make my night ruined. Having to go do server time management, like, that's something I do not want to do.
I'll take that as a compliment, honestly.
All right, thank you guys for listening. I'm out. See ya.
See ya.
Goodbye.
How do I fucking say this without sounding like an
Huh.